Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sr Karen Erasmus, and I'm a registered nurse and midwife with over 20 years' experience looking after expectant parents and newborn babies. I have recently taken over the role of medical officer at Next Biosciences. Today's topic will be focusing on umbilical cord blood and tissue banking and why this is important for you to consider before the birth of your baby. We will also be speaking briefly about newborn screening. A lot of parents have heard or read about stem cell banking. However, they do not have enough information to make an informed decision about storing their baby's stem cells. Your baby's umbilical cord blood is high in blood-forming stem cells, which can be used to help treat over 80 blood-related diseases. These stem cells are used in the regeneration of bone marrow as they can replace diseased or damaged cells with healthy new cells. They make it possible to rebuild a person's blood and immune system. Your baby's umbilical cord tissue contains the type of stem cells which form the connective tissues in our bodies, such as skin, muscle, bone, cartilage, nerve, and fat. These stem cells hold considerable potential in treating a wide variety of medical and aesthetic conditions, such as treating burns or wounds that are battling to heal. They are currently being used in a number of clinical trials. You might have a few questions by now. How and when is the cord blood and tissue collected? And if it is at all safe for your baby? The answer is yes. This process is 100% safe, quick and painless for both you and your baby. The cord blood is collected immediately after birth of your baby by your gynae or midwife. After your baby is delivered, your gynae or midwife will clamp and cut the umbilical cord and hand the baby to you or the pediatric nurse. The gynae or midwife will then insert a needle into the umbilical cord, still attached to the placenta, and the blood is collected into a sterile collection bag. The cord tissue is collected after the cord blood has been collected and the placenta has been delivered. A 10 to 15 centimeter piece of umbilical cord is cut, cleaned, and placed in a sterile collection tube. Your baby, they are a perfect match provided they do not have an inherent or genetic disease. Your baby's siblings, there are 1 in 4 chance of them being a match. To date, there have been over 40,000 cord blood stem cell transplants worldwide. Currently, there is only a 1 in 100,000 chance of finding a match or a matching bone marrow stem cell donor. The chance of patients of mixed ethnic descent is a 1 in 400,000. The cost to search for a matching donor can be a financial challenge for most families, with the minimum cost being over 250,000 Rand to find a match. And as mentioned at the beginning, we will also touch on newborn screening. Newborn screening tests babies in the first few days of life for 24 genetic and metabolic diseases that are often not apparent at birth. This test is recognized all over the world as a form of preventative health care. To detect these diseases, we need to test the baby early. At 24 to 72 hours, the metabolism of the baby is still catabolic, and that means that the baby's body is still breaking down some of the fats in its body. Some of these diseases can only be detected in this time period. Testing out of this time frame can be of value but becomes less accurate. The baby needs to have had a few feeds and started the digestion of proteins, carbohydrates and fats, all found in breast milk and formula milk, to bring the disorder to light. Treatment for all metabolic diseases consists of dietary modifications, supplements, hormones and medication. A few drops of blood are collected by a heel prick to your baby. Sometimes, instead of a heel prick, blood may need to be drawn from your baby's vein. This causes minimal discomfort to the baby. The blood is then put on a special blotting paper card. The sample can either be collected by an AMPATH, Lancet or PathCare lab. This is dependent on your pediatrician's choice. The nurse from the preferred pathology lab will come to you in the maternity ward to conduct the heel prick. The card will then be couriered to Northwest University, where the testing will be done. The results will be sent to you and your pediatrician, and these results take 7 to 10 working days. The cost of newborn screening is approximately 1,600 Rand. This cost varies depending on which pathology lab does the sample collection and takes payment at the time of collection. Please note that some medical aids do cover a portion of the cost out of your medical aid savings. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.